It's your boy Greenup here, back with another video, and today I got a special video for you guys. Today we're gonna be talking about a discussion video on was the concept of Zenkai a good thing for the game or a bad thing in the game? And kind of wanted to talk about this, and it's kind of been on my mind recently, and just the amount of Zenkais they've been doing for the past. They've been going like they've been speeding up, especially this past month. Going a lot, and with the revamp of the old Zenkais where they had to revamp their cost to 7K. I kind of wanted to talk about it and see what you guys think. You guys can comment down just like in the comment section about what you believe and what you think and your opinions, and we can discuss it there. So start off with I personally think that the Zenkai, I like the concept of Zenkai. Well, the fact that you can get your character stronger, they basically make old units stronger. Like say for example, say like 16 for example, units that was super old finally gets a way for them to be back in the meta. I feel like that's a great thing. It kind of sucks that it was kind of monetized in a way. Like we had a balance change thing where it was for free, but as a business standpoint, I could see why they did it. Extra way to get some money, get some extra CC. People can spend more CC to get these guys. So I can't even complain in a business standpoint that why they did that. I could see that, but I felt like what made Zenkai kind of bad in a sense where new characters can't even shine. Like for example, let's go to this character right here. This new Vegeta, for example, this new Super Saiyan Vegeta that we got from the cooler, this Vegeta right here. So I pulled him off of daily, and for example, like this guy right here, like he's a good unit, and his Z ability when he gets up, he's a purple Saiyan. He does defense and strike defense, and in Sagas for the movie, he's a good unit. But the problem is that there's so many other purple Saiyans that I would choose over him, and one of them is a Zenkai unit. For the Saiyan squad, like you can't tell me that you would have used Super Saiyan 3 Goku over him. Like there's no way, unless you're just a Vegeta fan, or you kind of just like to use units that's like not been used a lot. Just the Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 Goku's is way better, and that kind of sucks for new units, and it's like to the point where as for me, I usually don't even go for new units like that unless they're in step-up banners, because step-up banners give me the most valuable for my CC. But like if it's just a regular banner, I'm not gonna summon like 1,000 CC. Like why would I spend, for example, 7K CC just to pull that Vegeta, where I could spend 7K CC and get this guy and get a guaranteed broken unit, right? So I think they kind of stabbed themselves on the foot with that, where yeah, it's nice to get the Zenkai unit, but it's like I would rather spend 7K CC on a guaranteed strong unit than spend 7K CC and not even get the new unit that I want. And he's going to be at 2 stars, most likely 2 stars. So kind of shot their foot in the back with that. And I think another bad thing about it is, like, some units were just way too good as a Zenkai unit, like to the point where they basically did every single thing. Like I feel like Zenkai should be a way of making them stronger at what they're like specialized in, for example. So as I'm about to switch to I'm about to click left, and I'm gonna show you guys I think good Zenkais where they're actually balanced and stuff, and I'm gonna show you guys the bad Zenkais I feel like what kind of messed up one Zenkai. So we're gonna go to the good side. These units are what people think are bad, for example. I mean, well, or kind of balanced. I feel like these are the ways that Zenkai should have been. For example, like this Vegeta. Everybody says that he's basically the worst. If not him, then it's the Red Super Saiyan Goku, one of the worst Zenkais in the game. But I feel like this is what Zenkai should have been, because when you look at his abilities, before, even with this Vegeta, everybody knew this Vegeta was a blast-oriented unit. He was a glass cannon, and all he cared about was doing tons and tons of blast damage. So for his Zenkai, what they basically did was they made him a blast, like king, like a blast demon. Like you see here, he gets blast damage when he comes in, reduced blast arts, extra blast damage when he can draw the blast card. Everything is just base blast, and like main ability, he draws the blast, he gets extra blast. I feel like that's what Zenkai should have been. So they didn't really go off of what he was good at. They just made what he specialized in even better. So he's a blast art guy, glass cannon guy, and that's what they specialize in. But the problem is since he is a balanced Zenkai, that will make him suck. That's what makes him like terrible. But I feel like that's what should have been Zenkai. Like for example, this Trunks. A lot of people don't think this Trunks is all that good. I feel like he's very good. Watching Professor Sensei running him and just destroying people, like he's a defensive unit that has some decent support abilities right here. Giving health activates twice. Key getting extra damage to his allies and stuff. Reduce damage, card draw speed. He could do it all. Like he could do it all, and he's a tank. And I feel like he's a solid Zenkai. I feel like that's what Zenkai should have been. Let's go to the 16. Now the 16 doesn't do everything, but they specialize. What he does best is defense. So when you go in here, they just made him a lot tankier. Just the only thing they probably add was give him extra, like give him some type of attack buff, because that's what he kind of need. Every time he gets hit, he buffs his allies, and when he dies, he gives health and damage to his allies. And I think, yeah, and then here he gets extra damage. So they didn't really go too far from him. He can hit pretty hard from his strike. I like how they prioritize his strike being way better than his blast. And this Broly, for example, I feel like he's what a Zenkai should have been. I feel like this is what Zenkai should have been. Balanced units that's not broken. And and the fact that I like his thing, but since he's just a balanced Zenkai, he's not favored like everybody, like the other Zenkai. So these are some of my examples. I could probably put more people here, but we're gonna go to what the bad Zenkais are. So these two, for example, right here. So this 18, she does everything. I feel like they made her too good, because I don't think that she deserves to be that good. Like it's crazy. So I like this right here. Extra damage when she's tagged with androids and girls, makes sense. Extra Saiyans, the extra damage to the Saiyans, which is, if you guys seen the anime, she destroys Vegeta, so she destroys Saiyans. Makes sense. But I felt like these two abilities right here is what makes her ridiculous. So she already comes in with 40% damage, right? And she already comes in with 25 damage against Saiyans. So, but this ability right here, this Shall We Continue, every time she's faced with an enemy, she restores keys and gets card draw speed by 1. So let me put this in perspective. So say you're fighting her, she switched, like say someone PV'd you and you have a purple unit, and you switch to 8, the person switches to 18. So she comes in with key and card draw speed, and she's attacking you, and then you're like, oh my gosh, like she's dealing too much damage, I gotta switch. So you switches out, then she's gonna increase her card draw speed by another level because it's faced with an enemy, and she's gonna restore her key again, and she can keep doing another combo. So say if you switch one more time, her card draw speed level is by 3, and she gets key again, and she's just gonna get extra damage. And this one makes it even worse. 20% damage every time she uses a strike arts card, and she restores key by 10 every time she uses a blast arts card. Like, that's crazy to me. That doesn't. I feel like these two abilities right here was way too much for her, and it kind of made her broken in a sense. She does everything, and she has tankiness. She does it all, and main ability, she heals and she gets extra damage. Like, I feel like she was they gave her way too much in my opinion. This Super Saiyan 3 Goku, for example, what he was good at is as the timer count gets, as the game gets longer, he starts to get stronger. It's kind of weird because that's not how the Super Saiyan 3 transformation works. It's kind of like you gotta go out the gate strong, and then as soon as the fight longs, you start to get weaker. But never mind that. He comes in extra damage, and he just does so much damage. I don't know. Like I feel like they gave him way too much damage inflicted buffs. Like I use him on Marseille's team, and like it's crazy how much damage he can do like in 2 strike cards. The fact that he comes in with a strike arts card helps him a lot to start off combos, and he comes in with 50 keys. So he comes in with 50 key and a strike card, so you can instantly start a combo with him. And his main ability also gives key and extra damage. So this guy, they just gave this guy way too much damage inflicted buffs, and that's what makes this guy OP as well. And yeah, so I feel like these are what bad Zenkai units, the strong, like pretty much the broken Zenkai units are what the bad units, and like the balance or the worst bad ones or the decent ones are what Zenkai should have been. It shouldn't have been them doing everything, because it makes it for like why should I spend CC on new banners when we have broken Zenkais that I can use? And that's what I'm thinking as well. So now a lot of people might ask, what about the Legends Limited Zenkais? What about let's just take these guys out. What about Beerus? What about this Gohan? What about this LF Namku? So my thoughts on this is, I honestly feel like these Legends Limited Zenkais should be the most broken in a sense, and let me tell you why. They're the rarest thing. They're the rarest units in the game, right? They should be the strongest. Like they should be the strongest characters in Dragon Ball Legends, right? 0.25% to pull these guys. And the fact that they want you to get them to 7 stars, so you have to pull these guys 5 times, 0.25%. I feel like they should be one of the tops, because they're Legends Limited. They should be the strongest units in the game, right? They're the hardest to pull. So honestly, I feel like they maybe they could tone it down a bit, but I feel like these 3 or any other Legends Limited character that gets a Zenkai should be the strongest in the game. They should have the strongest Zenkai abilities, because you want people to summon 4 LF units, and you want them to be the strongest. If that's what Bandai wants, that's what you should do. You should have these guys as the strongest. You shouldn't have units like them being able to compete with them if their rates is a lot more hard to pull than these guys' rates. So, and you could easily get these guys 14 stars compared to these guys to get them to 7 stars. So I feel like their Zenkai abilities and what they should have, they should be top 3. Like Gohan, that's why I'm not mad that Gohan and Goku and Beerus are as strong as they are, because they're Legends Limited characters. They should be on the top threshold. They're the hardest, they're the rarest cards to pull. Someone that pulls a Beerus shouldn't be like, oh man, like he's not that good of a Zenkai. They should be happy that they pulled him, because he's a Zenkai LF, hard to pull, and he should be one of the strongest in the game. So that's how I feel about the Zenkai stuff. I wonder how they're gonna go from here. I wonder if they're gonna make more balanced ones, or they're gonna realize their mistakes with like units like the 18 and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and they're gonna like tone it down, make them a lot more balanced, more fair. Like the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, I feel like he's a fair one. Bardock is a fair one. The Broly is decent. So the Gold Tanks as well, the Gold Tanks that I just showcased, he's fair as well. So hopefully they don't make busted Zenkai units that's like regular units. And I feel like the Legends Limited ones should be the best ones, because they're the hardest to pull. It's harder to get them to 7 stars. You got to pull these guys that many times and with the rates. And that's it for this video. That's my thoughts on Zenkais. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, so we can have comment discussions. I like when you guys comment and stuff, when we go back and at it, just see what you're thinking and my opinions and stuff. And it's just cool chatting with you guys. I really like that. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. It's been your boy Gruff, man, and I'm out. Peace.